You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, if you want to piss off Philadelphia Eagle fans, oh, man, have a trade scenario involving A.J. Brown going to his favorite team, the New England Patriots, for anything in exchange. It will immediately fire up Eagles social media right off the bat. Now, look, there are reasons to think that AJ would want to come. He's already won a Super Bowl. He loves Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel adores him. Vrabel is, of course, the coach of the New England Patriots. Most Patriot fans would love to see A.J. Brown on the field for them. I've said I thought he was the best wide receiver in the National Football League. That's not named Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase. He's top 3 or 4, though. He is right there. And he just unveiled I believe it was a Julian Edelman signed jersey. Now, we're going to go to this because the reason I'm shooting this video is because I literally just heard this. I was sitting here, WEEI is on my TV here to the right of me, and I've got it on. It plays while I work through the day. And during the three-point stance, Fitzy called in and said that a source tweeted in his ear, not tweeted, chirped to him in his ear, a reliable source, he claims, and said that there would be a scenario where the Eagles would trade up to number 4 if, and this is also a huge if, this is a massive if Abdul Carter fell to 4, Howie Roseman would be all over it. Now, we know his affinity for the D-line, no doubt about it. Edge, D-line, blah, blah, blah. I mean, they just won a Super Bowl and showed you how valuable that was. They made another one a couple of years ago. So building the lines make a lot of sense, all right? But the scenario was, and I'm going to play the audio, is that the Eagles would swoop in and get 4, and A.J. Brown would be sent to New England, all right? And, of course, the Eagles would take Abdul Carter. I would assume the last pick of the first round would also accompany A.J. Brown to the Patriots. And don't worry, we'll look at some reaction because fans are losing their minds. Now, one of the things that's being brought up a lot is dead cap money. However, all right, let me just read this to you. Teams often try to negotiate trades to mitigate the impact of dead money. For example, a new team might agree to take on some of the remaining guaranteed money, or the original team might agree to restructure the deal to reduce the cap hit. Okay, so there are ways, all right? There are ways to try to mitigate the dead cap, all right? So, or alleviate some pain, all right? You're reading it right there. Now, what that would be, I don't know. Number one, I don't think Abdul Carter is dropping to 4. I still think the Giants take him at 3. All right, but I may be wrong. And, man, Eagles fans are, every time this is brought up on New England radio, holy shit, it's a mess.
Well, earlier today, a little birdie with some really good intelligence, a well-sourced phone call, came to me to offer this possible scenario. If somebody that we wanted the Patriots to select very badly, Abdul Carter, were to fall to 4th, and I know this scenario is slightly unlikely, if he were to fall at 4th overall, how would you feel about a certain team that recently won the Super Bowl calling up your New England Patriots in desperation and want of Abdul Carter and offering a certain wide receiver who has admitted that he loves New England and would love to play for the Patriots, and possibly more selections in a blockbuster draft day trade. That's right. I got a call earlier today saying that the Philadelphia Eagles really, really, really want Abdul Carter, and that they would consider, or rather are planning, to call your New England Patriots on draft day if Carter falls to 4 to see if Mike Vrabel would like a reunion with A.J. Brown and possibly more draft selections and compensation to come. So there you go, folks. There is your latest pick number 4 rumor. It is a good one, and I thought that I would chum the waters today for the pick number 4 dialogue. A.J. Brown and more compensation possibly to the Patriots if Abdul.
Okay. So, and look, it might not be the last pick of the first round. Could be a third. Who knows? All right. I haven't even looked at the Eagles draft board. Do I believe this is going to happen? No, I don't. All right. I don't think that's going to happen. This thread, and this hasn't been up very long, a little over, it's actually not even been up an hour, is a shit show. Doing your radio audience a disservice if you don't mention the Eagles would take a $90 million dead cap hit. And people are showing this over and over again. Yikes. Yikes. The term breaking news is officially dead. I don't know. They're saying no reliable source made this up. A Philadelphia radio host spit this hypothetical on the air today as speculation. All right. So, and let's see. Not a reliable source, just the same parent company as a Philadelphia radio. Yikes. Yikes. If that's the case, it's not a great look. Patriots fans are still doing this. Enjoy a wash Stephon Diggs and leave us the hell alone. AJ is an Eagle for life. Well, he may be an Eagle for life, but I do believe he will end his career as a Patriot at some point. All right, I just think that's where he wants to eventually go. That would be the dumbest move in franchise history. Stop the bullshit. Their reliable source is Sports Radio 94 WIP. Throwing out the 85th scenario of trading A.J. Brown again. Wow. Well, bullshit. No. Stop with the fake sources. You are not getting A.J. Brown. Hilarious. Hilarious. It always gets ugly online when the A.J. Brown Patriots scenario gets fired up again. And I had a feeling it might emerge again around the draft. It always does. I mean, I'm going to be honest. New England radio brings it up about every 2 weeks. You know, it doesn't, a lot of times it doesn't last very long. This is going to get some play. So, which hence me making the video. Do I believe it's going to happen to Eagles fans before you lose your mind? No, I don't. But do I think A.J. Brown eventually ends up with the Patriots? Yeah, I kind of think so. When? I don't know. It may be 2 years from now. But again, that doesn't affect you right now. And I just don't know if it just doesn't seem feasible to me for it to be done. If they want to do the trade, they would figure out how to do it. But I just don't see it. So there we go. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.